This is Josiah Plays Sunless Sea. Okay, so at the conclusion of the last episode, the last time I played, I had decided I was going to go and I was going to buy this ship in Vendorbyte for 1,000 echoes, and it was going to be great because it's such a good ship. But I was wrong. Okay, I was wrong. I've been informed. I can't do that. You know why? Because that ship is not for sale in Vendorbyte for 1,000 echoes. It sells for 1,000 echoes in Vendorbyte. To buy it, you have to get a item from a storyline to get the ship. You can't buy that ship normally. So, in other words, I'm not getting a new ship right now. I also learned that the Sphinx Stone delivery from the Salt Lions to London is a thing you can do a limited number of times. And apparently it's random how many times you can do it, but it's not very many. So that makes it worthwhile for me to go ahead and do that as many times as I can until I've exhausted that resource. So because I can't... That's right, I just loaded my whole hold with, what do you call them? The things that I'm going to sell. Casks of mushroom wine. So, the ships I can buy are these ships. Which means I think I'm actually going to save up all the way... for this merchant cruiser. 300 hull. Man, it's expensive. 7,000. That's well, it's crazy. What about this Corvette? It's only 3,000. Doesn't give me any more hold capacity, though, which I'm not a fan of. So yeah, I think I'm stuck saving up for the Caligo class merchant cruiser. 7,000 echoes from now. Whew, that's a lot. I don't know how long it's going to take me to save up for 7,000. But I'm assuming it'll be quite a long time. I don't think I'm going to try to buy one of these others. Of course, I get 1,000 echoes for selling my current ship. Isn't bad. Oh, that's already factored in here. This is a 4,000 echo ship. Minus 1,000 costs 3. This is 8 minus 1,000. Okay, it's already factored in my sale value. All right. So the question is, do I want to get any stuff for my current ship, given the fact that it's going to be a long time before I... Like, the thing I was thinking about buying was a suppressor. The thing that makes it so... Because that way, normally when you hit full power on the engines, you go faster, but there's a chance that your engine will explode, which is obviously bad. But to use it to get away from things that I don't want to kill me, I need to use that. So I thought if I got one of these suppressor things, I could get away anytime I want and just spam engine power and not worry about it blowing up my engine. But that thing costs 800, which I'm not really looking to spend right now. At the moment. The other thing, only other thing I was thinking about doing was getting a better gun for my ship. Deck weapon. That one's 12. That one's 15. It's only 500. But no, I don't think I'm going to do that either. I don't think I'm buying anything. I think I'm just going to go do my little journey. Collect some Sphinx stone, bring it back, make some money. I think that's what I need to do right now, is just focus on making some money. So I believe I had already done everything in London that I could do, and I was ready to leave. So, let's just leave. Wait. I don't have very much... That's right, I didn't get very much supplies and fuel because I was only expecting to go to Venderbite and then get a new ship and then come back here. So I don't think I can even do my full... Because I don't think I have sufficient stuff to do my full, And I can't buy more food or fuel right now because my hold is too full. At the crew. I just got something awaits you. A sailor raises her head, sniffs sharply. Blood on the wind. Come to Hunter's Keep. Reconnoiter the island. I got a port report again. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. You can always get port reports. I don't think I want to luncheon with anybody right now because I don't have the hold space. Yeah, I guess I do. I've already used up 2. Alright, back to Lucy. Says the same thing as normal. Gained a supply. Lost 10 terror. New total 0 terror. Serene. Okay. Here's quality gives you 100%. Go up to the house. Crunch across the gravel up to the door. The brass of the door knocker is tarnished. The paint is beginning to peel in the salt sea air. No one answers, but the door is unlocked. What is this? Words in darkness. The hall is dark. The parlor, too. There are signs of disturbance here and there. A smashed cup. An overturned piano stool. Scratches on the walls. You bend to pick up a page of paper and hold it to the light. It is an unfinished poem. You think the handwriting may be Phoebe's. The absent moon, the gnawing hunger in the heart, the well, the sea, a great many crossings out. There are sounds from downstairs, from the kitchen. You push open the door cautiously. Something clings to the ceiling. Something turns yellow eyes to you and hisses. Got some fragments. Something's changed. I got a tiny bit of terror. We've explored the silent house on Hunter's Keep. Quiet Isle, a grand old house. Wait, is that it? Are the sisters gone? Oh no, there's stuff I can do here. The house seems empty. All is still. Why then do you have the sense that there's not much time remaining? Mirrors challenge. Loot the house. Thing in the kitchen. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back here and deal with these things. When I have A, more hold space, and B, something awaits you again. I'm just gonna go to Vendor Bite and offload all of this mushroom wine. Dust, echoes, even a sepia tent to the air. These are the waters around the tomb colonies. How about you fight me a pirate steam pinnace? Which I did without even taking damage. Yeah! The ship is yours. What will you do with her? Loot and scuttle her. She's a vile old vessel and these Z's aren't safe. Take what you can and move on. Lean pickings. These pinnaces don't sail far from their hidden harbors, but here's something at the back of the hold. Cache of curiosities. A bolt of fabric. Shake out a little, let it glimmer in the light. Parabola linen. Parabola is the serpent place behind mirrors. Or someone made that up. But in that case, where do they weave this sleek and ambery glimmering cloth? I got a bale of parabola linen. Who plucks the flax from the banks of rivers that flow through sleep? Wow, that sounds fancy. Alright, I'm glad I killed that thing without it even letting it hit me. A sailor is praying. Alright. Now we go to Vendor Bite. Man, I'm really disappointed that I can't buy that ship. I should have known though, it was too good to be true. I should have known better. Okay. Tomb Colony of Vendor Bite. Dusty glass of wine. I don't have enough terror. I can explore. I can visit the first... Gather gossip. Who's plotting what? This is my port report, right? Same thing it always says. Again, I don't really think there's any reason to visit him until I... Yeah, it says the same thing. Let's explore. Actually, wait. See, here's the ship I want really bad, but... Trade is 1,000 echoes. The cost is 1 times deeds to a steam yacht. I can't believe I didn't notice that. Or figure that out. Alright, let's sell all the mushroom wine. $15.63. I get some memories of distant shores here for 12. So recent news for 10. But I'm not going to. Alright. Now, let's explore Vendor Bite. Here, they favor candlelight over gaslight. The shadows are swagged like cobwebs. The tomb colonists stand still enough to be mistaken for sculpture until they laugh or cough. One building in 3 seems abandoned. A corkscrewed street. At the twisty tip of an odd little side street, welcoming yellow light glows from the gilt-lettered windows of a restaurant. A side reads, Vengeance of Jonah. A beefy tomb colonist bustles up. A gray mustache pokes impertinently out from under his bandages. Come in, come in. I lost a little bit of terror. A bandaged poissonnier at Vanderbite seeks passage with a Z captain sympathetic to intrepid cuisine. What draws him to the sea? Intrepid cuisine. I can recruit him as a cook. I don't have a cook. Oh. It's a cramped little place, but much better lit than most places in the tomb colonies. The scents of the dishes are multitudinous and extraordinary. Are they good? They might be. They might be good. It's difficult to tell. I could recruit the bandaged poissonnier. He has long wished to travel, but you'll need to outfit the galley to his exacting standards. Oh, I have to spend 300 echoes. That's hateful. I can offer a strange catch. I don't have a strange catch. I could sample today's special, but I don't have quite enough terror. Should I spend 300 echoes on a cook? I feel like I probably should. I mean, at least until I get my whole set of officers filled out, you know? Let's do it. Wait. Avid enthusiasm. Ah, my captain! The things we will catch! That we will consume, that we will experience. We will discover the seventh sensation, you and I. The taste that one tastes with the heart. You there, sailor. Careful with the brazen alembic. It's worth more than your wretched soul. We now have one. He has an ambition for fish. A great ambition. +6 heart, +3 pages. That's not bad. Speak to your bandit. Wow, he's really bandaged. My captain, come into my little galley. Mind that pot of sauce. It is vigorous in the extreme. Can increase my hearts if I want to spend a secret. I can dine with the Ah, no, 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 my captain. You shall dine with me. But I have to have a strange catch and a mutter salt. My veils is what's like what I'm really bad at. And my iron's kind of bad too. Searing Enigma. Increase mirrors. Increase iron. Play with your ferret. Same thing as before. Increase pages. Ask after his desires. I've already done this. Yeah, that's right. He wants me to take him to the Chelonet. Spend a secret to improve your iron. I have 6 secrets. No, I mean yes, I mean my god, no! That, Captain, is going to cause explosions. Although, now you mention it. I'll do that a couple more times. Uh-oh. Something happened. Lost 10 hull! But I gained 2 iron. A little explosion. Oh, my word! We need to... Sorry about... There, that's out. Only smoke. Look at the... There. All's well that ends well, and in the end all manner of things shall be well. Gained 2 iron, which is cool, but... And fragments, but I lost 10 hull. That's obnoxious. I'm gonna save my other 3 secrets that I have for now. I need somebody that will raise my veils. Chief engineer. She raises mirrors. Yeah, I need somebody that will raise my veils, because my veils is my weak link right now. Alright, I'm done here, I think. Spent a lot of money on this guy. Alright, 4 fuel, 6 supplies. I don't really have enough to make the full run, do I? Or do I? No, the salt lines is really far away. I should just go straight back to Hunter's Keep and straight back to London. Resupply, and then do the whole thing. Trying to keep terror as low as possible, but I guess I don't need the light right now. What is that? What is that right there? Don't you dare forget me. You stand on the bridge with the likely lass's locket in your hand. Keep it or throw it away. I'll keep it. It's a risk for both of you. Shorebound lovers grow lonely, and sea captains die young. Close your hand over the locket. The sea air is cold, but the heat of your blood has warmed the metal of the locket. Keep it close. Lost one terror, and I have a sweetheart in London. Oh, isn't that nice? I gotta cook. Gotta cook. Motherfucker. I'm on a boat. A belch of smoke goes up from the funnel. Alright, now that I'm back here, I can mess around with these things. So, silent house. Loot the house. Musical instruments, curios, jewelry. Search the house. Discover whatever you can about what happened here. The thing in the kitchen. The yellow-eyed maid clings to the ceiling like a lizard, fierce and wiry in her ragged uniform. She hisses furiously. When you advance a step, she scurries away to the far end of the room, still on the ceiling, weeping. Coax her down. 33% chance. Catch her with a net. 39% chance. Neither of those things are very good. Alright, let's come over here. Let's search the house and try to discover whatever I can about what happened here. That's a 67%. Ooh, I could save scum this. I'm a terrible person. Yeah. I failed. No. No, I didn't. I don't think I did. I succeeded, I mean. Yay. Save games. I was gonna say saving throws, which is a bizarre thing to say in this context. A distant song. You cock your head and listen. Someone is singing. A woman's voice. Soft o'er the fountain, lingering falls the southern moon. The sound takes you up the winding stairs to the turret at the back of the house. You try the door at the top. Locked. The sound ceases. It was Phoebe's voice. You call out to her. What's happened? We wanted their stories, she explains, reasonably. We only wanted their stories in the beginning. We get so starved for stories out here. But then Lucy... She breaks down in sobbing. Want us to break down the door? Your bosun whispers. While you're considering the answer, one of your crew swears and points. Smoke is leaking from beneath the door. I deserve an ending, Phoebe calls out. When you press your hand to the door, you can feel the heat on your palms. I gain 2 terror, fragments, tale of terror. The house on Hunter's Keep is aflame. Phoebe the arsonista. The fire begins in Phoebe's turret room, but it spreads quickly. Sailors tumble, choking from the door as the smoke billows out. The yellow-eyed maid leaps from a window and streaks across the lawn on all fours. Watch or save Phoebe, which only has a 37% chance. We're gonna save Phoebe. Her mind may be lost to grief and madness, but at least perhaps you can save her flesh from the flames. Succeeded. Nice. A desperate rescue. A bucket chain passes up water from the Z, enough to slow the flames a fraction, and to soak the cloths you wrap yourself in. You dash through the flames, your skin crisping, eyebrows sizzling. Your hair grows back patchy after. Phoebe is slumped against the wall. You seize her, sling her over a shoulder, dash out. The spine of the house breaks with a roar as the roof falls in. Sparks fly up toward the false stars so far above. The death of the house takes hours, but it is total. Only a cindered shell remains. Phoebe weeps when she wakes, racking sobs that shake her body. You should have left me, is all that she will say for the longest time. Her face is horribly burned. She goes bandaged after, like the half-dead of the tomb colonies. Perhaps she's half-dead herself. It can be difficult to tell in the neath. That's all for now. House on Hunter's Keep is a blackened shell. I have a new port report. Keep's End. Lost 5 terror. Succeeded. Lost 1 crew. Wow, I lost a person in the... I now have ×1 the scarred sister. She was the youngest sister of the Hunter's Keep 3. Now her home is gone. She will not show her face, nor speak of what occurred, but she is prepared to use her education to help heal your crew. Oh, that's interesting. Hunter's Keep in ruins. The lawns are weedy meadows walked by the wind. The gravel paths have sunk to mud. The house is a jumble of charred stones and timbers. I can pick over the ruins of the great house. Fungus and cavern vines are already reclaiming the masonry. A presence in the ruins. No one has come to reclaim Hunter's Keep, despite his proximity to London. Here's one, a porcelain heart, untouched by flames. The place has an eerie reputation. One of your sailors cocks an ear. You look questioning. I thought... Oh, that's not Phoebe, that's one of my sailors. I thought, she says, for a moment I thought I heard a woman singing. Also, Hunter's Keep, blackened shell. I found an outlandish artifact. I found one of these before. Yeah, hegemonic taxonomization. Of course. Gained 1 terror, gained a tale of terror. Look in on the ruins. Has anything changed? Wind, weeds, water. Tumbled stones. The garden unwinding gently into disorder, week on week. Nothing more. Okay. Well, that's all I can do here now, I guess. Guess that's all I can do here. Maybe I'll stop by Mutton Island real quick before I go back to Fallen London. I have enough fuel for that. I also don't need my light on right now. My terror is really low. And I'm in, like, well-lit home waters and so forth. I think these guys will give me something. I was going to say if I give them my news, but then I thought maybe I want to save my news for Mutton Island. Light ship. Yeah, I could give them news, but then I won't have news for Mutton Island. But then again, I forgot what they give me, and I kind of want to find out, so I'm going to do it. Speak to the crew, they long for news of home. They give you a Z story, and -5 terror, which is great. Tea beneath the light, in the bleaching glare of the lens, among the smells of oil and metal, you sip tea and chat. The Z's terror recedes. It's a monster. Need a firing solution. Damn. Didn't quite outmaneuver at that time. Just used up so much fucking fuel doing that. The Megalop's defeated. Dissect it for knowledge. Or butcher it for supplies. Either one is not really that great. I'll dissect it for knowledge. One fragment. Okay. That whole battle was an enormous waste of time and resources. The amount of fuel I just burned up doing that. One fragment, or I could have gotten rid of my hunger, but there was hardly any hunger. Mutton Island, fires on the hillside. Quaker's Haven. Once this simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs before London fell and the waters rushed in. Smoke spirals from cottage chimneys. A lonely hill rises behind town. Alright, so there's a lot of stuff I can do here. A mascot. Explore the shore. Drinks at the Cock and Magpie. Chat to the fisherman. One echo. Yeah, I can handle that. Okay, port report. Nothing new there. Visit the hilltop above town. There's not much wind on the Unterzee, but Mutton Island suffers eerie gusts and buffets from an inexplicably local fragment of weather, and the air on the hilltops sometimes carries interesting scents. 98% chance, that's pretty good. Or should I explore the shore? Because I think I can only do one or the other. I'm gonna visit the hilltop above town this time. There's not much wind on the Unterzee, but mutton... Oh, I just read that. Toasting the wind. You stand on a cliff top, looking over the little village. Smoke from the chimney of the Cock and Magpie drifts straight upwards. As you watch, the smoke tilts. The sudden wind thins it to a pencil smudge, then nothing. The wind screams unexpectedly, like a god cut in half. What a noise! It must be the caves around the island channeling the air. At least that's the most comforting explanation. Below you, the locals each take nips from a shared flask and make a toast towards the mainland. The wind is a southerly. 19 fragments and 2 terror. Well, that's not the most exciting thing that could have ever happened. Who's this? Scarred sister. +5 hearts instead of +1 and 1 pages. Wow. The Scarred Sister. Wait! The Scarred Sister? Phoebe? That's Phoebe! Phoebe will join my crew? As a officer? She was the youngest sister of the Hunters Keep 3. Now her home is gone. She will not show her face nor speak of what occurred, but she is prepared to use her education to help heal your crew. Oh, wow. Speak to the Scarred Sister. She's usually in the sick bay or up on deck, listening to the wind, watching for the rare storms of the Unterzee. Invite her to dine with you and talk about storms. Increase your hearts. Invite her to dine with you and ask her to talk about what's happened at Hunter's Keep. Lost one supplies. An abandoned meal. You broach the subject halfway through the cook's starter. Without a word, she pushes her plate away, stands, and leaves. Yeah, I kind of thought that was going to go badly. Which one did I just save it under? Fuck. I think it was this one. Talk about storms. Morose and uncommunicative. She picks at her food. I used to sit in my turret and listen to the wind, she tells you. I wondered why we had wind down here, you know. There's an account in a journal. She bends her head and stabs at her plate. Perhaps she's thinking of her books, burnt with Hunter's Keep. Well, she's obviously better than this surgeon. I mean, that's +5 hearts instead of +1, and all I lose is 1 pages. Perhaps not. And I guess I get to keep this guy, like, in my stable of officers or whatever. He's just not equipped, quote unquote. Now I have 2 bandaged. I wonder if I can get my whole group of officers all heavily bandaged. That would be awesome. Okay. We're done here. I don't have a lot of fuel left. I can't really fuck around right now. I need to get back to London, like, with a quickness. No, Megalops, I ain't got time for you. Megalops. What's that ship? Sluggish wave. Our fuel reserves are empty. The ship pitches. Desperate measures. Without fuel, your ship is just an oddly shaped house located somewhere you really don't want to live. This will disappear as soon as you have fuel. If you're in a position to purchase some, don't worry about it. Search your supplies for something of use. You can use up 2 supplies to maybe get fuel. A few last supplies. Very little remains to you, but if you're lucky, perhaps there's something you can use. Again, use up 1 supply for lucky. Make a sacrifice to Storm. Storm, the god in the roof. Angriest of the 3. He's as likely to crush you as save you, but you could hardly be worse off after all. He will require a death. Time to draw lots. But I don't have his attention, so I can't do him. Make a sacrifice to Stone. Stone is the kindest of the gods of the sea, but that's not saying very much. She has a great wound from which a river of blood flows. Wound yourself in memory of her, and perhaps she'll show mercy. So I could cut myself. Make a sacrifice to Salt. Salt, the god of horizons and farewells. Who knows what he'll do? Whisper a secret into the dark and see. Oh, I could use a secret, but I don't have his attention either. Fire a distress flare. If I had a flare. This is very unlikely to work. If it works, you may regret what it brings. The Unterzee is not exactly a swarm with friendly ships. Or abandoned ship. Draw lots for lifeboat places. Cast yourself on the mercy of the waves. There is a tiny chance that you'll find your way back to London without either crew or ship. Perhaps it'll be better if you don't. Alright, I don't need to do any of this because I have 98% of a barrel of fuel and the port's right there, so I don't have to worry about this. But what is going on here? An offer of assistance. Ahoy, Captain! Out of fuel, are we? That was unwise. We can help for a reasonable price under the circumstances. Pay the towing fee, 100 echoes to travel the tiny distance between here and the docks. Well, salvage rights. Well then, we can give you a lift, but we're legally entitled to take your ship and cargo. God bless the masters of the bazaar and their salvage laws. God bless them. We'll remove your ship and replace it with something minimal and a tiny bit of fuel. You'll probably lose your cargo too, but you'll keep any cash and lodgings and at least you'll be alive. No, I'm good actually. I'm good. I have enough fuel to get home. Thanks though. Thanks for the offer, gents. Fed the crew. Of course, right before I hit harbor, crew has to fucking eat. Hungry ass crew. Returning to London. The lights of London welcome you home. I don't have enough terror for this. Collect messages from the harbor master. All the clatter and song of the dockside. It soothes the soul. Are there messages for you? Let's see. I got a free evening. Something's changed. Someone wants to sign on. Blind Bruiser would like a word. Rose Market. Okay. Let's see. Let's check out the Rose Market first. Wants watchful curios and long boxes. I don't have those things. Let's see. Let's go to my lodgings. Let's read the morning papers. Got supplies out of that. Nice. And this is the same. How much does an elegant townhouse cost? Oh, it's only 1,000 echoes. I could actually purchase an elegant townhouse. Should I do that first before I save up for a ship? I don't know. I'll wait till I have more money. I don't want to spend almost all my money on it. Can carouse in the docks. Can hire more crew. I have 8. 8's enough. Let's see who we have here. The Sigil-Ridden Navigator. He's a first officer. Who's my first officer? Oh yeah, I've already got the Carnelian Exile. I'm pretty happy with her, so. Increases mirrors and veils. Increases veils, though. Only 50 echoes. I don't want him right now. He was here last time, too. He might always be here now. Browsing in the docks. What's my terror at? Only 3? And I have the free evening, so I might as well use it, right? But let's just hold off. Adventurous Desires. No. Alarming Scholar. Will buy some of these things from me. Outlandish Artifact. The Dark Spectacled Admiral. Waiting to get Vital Intelligence. Port reports. Baker's Haven. Gives me fuel. Gives me 5 echoes. Vendor Bite. Fuel. 10 echoes. Hunter's Keep. The first port report I got from there, which is nothing going on. But then the second one is new. The End. Open shock. This is ghastly news. The poor girls. We had warned them they weren't safe, but it had been so long. I thought, well, it's done. Thank you. I will have to look into the matter of a supply post. So this time I got fuel, 20 echoes. Okay, and a fragment. So there's nothing else for me to do with this guy. Do I have anything I can sell? Fuel and supplies, but besides that... Oh, I can sell this bale of parabola linen here for 100 and... Oh, for 60. Sell my engine. Well, I'll sell it. And I'll sell off some of these things. 10 echoes. Hey, weren't they willing to pay 12? $100 for the artifact. They were willing to pay 12 for Memories of Distant Shores up at Fenderbite, I think. Tempted to buy a townhouse, but I'm not going to yet. I'll go carouse on the docks anyway, just to see what happens. Maybe an interesting event will occur. Maybe we'll just go ahead and do this. Marvelous night out. Sea shanties, fine food, and the warmth of a pub fire. And something more. Got recent news. Lost my free evening, lost 10 echoes, lost 3 terror. That night in Wolfstack, you find yourself sharing a table with someone whose name you do not afterwards recall, or the likely last. That's my sweetheart or whatever, right? Don't think I came down to the docks just to see you. I've got business here. But, alright, it did cross my mind that you might drop by. Yeah. A few hours together, shared warmth, new memories. It's harder to say goodbye this time. But that's it? Nothing happens? Like I don't get anything out of that? Okay. Well, I might have lost terror, more terror if I was more terrified, but I'm not. Alright, it's time to... This thing seems like it would be really good to own. But I don't want to spend that much money yet. It's time to buy fuel and supplies for the full journey to the Salt Lions and so forth. So let's buy... Hmm. 21 out of 40 in the hold. And then we'll buy the rest full of mushroom wine again. Okay. Decided just to fill it up. Alright, we're ready to exit, to depart London. To go forth yet again. But that is going to be in our next episode. Thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Sunless Sea.